growing up in London, we used to have a lot of Chinese takeout. There was a huge influence from Hong Kong, and we had really amazing Chinese food. And one of the takeout dishes was sesame prawn toast. I loved it. And I always thought that was Chinese, but there is a Thai version. So a lot of the Chinese influence is so prominent in Thai cuisine. The only thing extra, as always, is a little bit of fish sauce, and that makes it Thai style. So I've got a food processor. I've got an egg, some ginger. I'm using brioche. I want it a little thicker, and I want to have a slightly more kind of gutsy bread than maybe just a thin slice. Sesame seeds I'm going to coat it in. Shrimp, of course. That fish sauce, and there is a little chili dipping sauce if you want, which again makes it very Thai. That necessarily wouldn't be in the Chinese cuisine. It was just on its own and no fish sauce. I'm going to take a little bit of this ginger. You can use a ginger paste if you have one, but if you've got fresh, we just want to make sure we give it a nice big turn in that blender. I'm going to give it some slices like that. That's all we need. Pop that in, and I'm going to put an egg in there. Dash of fish sauce. Gives it a little salty flavor. Thai food is all about these different elements. The sweet, the sour, the salty, the spicy, and the bitter. All those 5 elements come into as many dishes as possible, and it gives this incredible flavor, like powerful. And that's why I've always fallen in love with Thai food, especially when every chef kind of says fat is flavor. That's not the case when it comes to Thai food. It's got amazing, powerful flavors that don't need to be that. So I'm going to take my shrimp. Got to be shelled. I'll pop those in there. I'm going to coat it in the sesame seeds after. I just use a little hand blender like this, powerful enough. Give that a turn so you can see it. Now, a lot of times in the Chinese cuisine, they will put a little bit of cornstarch in there. You don't need it. You can if you want. It makes it a little thicker. I don't think it's necessary. I'm going to take this beautiful brioche and just slice it down the middle like that. I want a nice layer of oil in here. I'm not going to use an olive oil. I'm going to use a vegetable oil. I'm going to turn that down a bit because it's going to brown a lot. Sesame seeds are already toasted, so they won't take much before they are cooked. But that brioche has got a little bit of fat in it as well, so it's going to brown up real quick. So what I want to do is just kind of make that paste, hopefully perfectly down the sides. Oh, just shrimp, an egg. It is amazing. God, try this. It's so simple. A lot of people, when they had it in the Chinese restaurants, thought it would be complex to do, but it isn't. Then I go to that sesame. I'm going to pop one side in there, rinse and repeat, and do that for however many people you're making this for. I love how Thai cuisine's always kind of serves 2 to 3 people because all these dishes are made for sharing. Thai people, when you see street food, they eat often, but a little bit. So it's always tasting in small bowls rather than what we do, which is a little bit more massive, one big meals all in one go. I much prefer that Thai style. And then what I might do is use some tongs. It'll make that easier to turn rather than a spatula. Get that heat up a tiny bit. Won't take long at all. Let's get those sesame seeds. Oh, look at that. Look how that is beautifully brown in just a second. And then you do need that layer of oil because you want that shrimp to cook. As that's cooking, I'm going to make a couple more. Keep your eye on it. It doesn't take long before that's cooked. Oh, almost there. Almost there. Just going to put it up the sides. You can deep fry these. I don't like to. I like to just do a little bit of a shallow fry on those. Give those about a minute. I love it with the brioche bread, I really do. Oh, give that 30 seconds. Enough to do 2 more of these. There we go. Oh, look at those. Beautifully brown. Just where I want that to be. I'm going to put one more in here. Let's get this one nice and coated. And let's plate up that beautiful prawn sesame toast. Does that not look amazing? I tell you what, tastes even better.